Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, distinguished guests, fellow researchers, and colleagues. My name is Herlin Novianti, and I am a faculty member in the Department of Guidance and Counseling at the Faculty of Education, Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. It is truly an honor to be here today at the UPSI International Conference 2025. Today, I will be presenting on a topic that I believe is fundamental to the future of education: building independent learners, the role of guidance and counseling in developing self-regulated learning. In our rapidly evolving digital era, the ability to learn independently has become not just an advantage, but a necessity. So let's begin our journey to understanding how we can empower our students to become truly independent learners. Let me start by painting a picture for you. Imagine a student who can plan their study schedule effectively, monitor their learning progress independently, evaluate the strategies they use, and adapt to new learning challenges without constant supervision. This is not just an ideal scenario, this is the picture of an independent learner that we desperately need in the 21st century. And here's a fascinating fact that underscores the importance of what we are discussing today. Research show that students with strong self-regulated learning abilities demonstrate 23% higher academic achievement compared to those without these skills. This statistic alone should make us pause and consider, are we doing enough to develop these crucial abilities in our students? So, what exactly is self-regulated learning? At its core, SRL is a person's ability to actively manage their own learning process, from planning and implementation to evaluation. It's about being the driver of your own learning journey, not just a passenger. Self-regulated learning operates in a cyclical process with three distinct phases. First, the forethought phase, the planning stage. This is where students set specific goals, choose appropriate learning strategies, and build their self motivation. It's the foundation upon which successful learning is built. Second, the performance phase, the implementation stage. Here, students actively use cognitive and metacognitive strategies, monitor their progress in real time, and manage their learning environment. This is learning in action. Third, the self reflection phase, the evaluation stage. Students evaluate their learning outcome, analyze the effectiveness of their strategies, and plan improvement for the next learning cycle. This is where growth happens. This cycle is continuous and dynamic, allowing students to constantly refine and improve their learning approach. Let me break down the four core components that make up effectively self-regulated learning. First, strategic planning. This involves setting SMART goals, goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Students must also select appropriate learning strategies and allocate their time and resources wisely. Second, management and control. This encompasses three types of strategies: cognitive strategies like organization, elaboration, and rehearsal; metacognitive strategies including monitoring, evaluation, and regulation; environmental management such as minimizing distraction and optimizing learning condition. Third, continuous monitoring. Students need to track their progress towards goals, detect errors or ineffective strategies early, and make real-time adjustment to their approach. Fourth, self-evaluation. This means assessing learning outcomes objectively, analyzing the factors that cause success or failures, and drawing conclusions that inform the future learning. These four components work together to create a comprehensive self-regulated learning system. The benefit of self-regulated learning extend far beyond just getting better grades. On the academic front, we see improved grades and GPA, enhanced ability to complete complex tasks, better adaptation to various teaching styles, stronger long-term knowledge retention. But equally important is the impersonal development that comes with SRL. Intrinsic motivation, students develop enhanced self-efficacy and confidence; independence, they take responsibility for their own learning; problem solving, they become capable of identifying problems and formulating solutions; lifelong learning, they develop the readiness to face continuous learning challenges throughout their lives. This is what makes SRL so powerful. It prepares students not just exam but for life. This brings us to the critical question: what is the role of guidance and counseling in all of this? School counselors serve as transformation facilitators who help students evolve from passive learners to active learners, from being teacher dependent to become independent and responsible, from being reactive to being proactive in their learning. We are the catalyst for this essential transformation. Now, let me share some innovative guidance and counseling strategies we can use to develop SRL. First, the cognitive behavioral therapy or CBT approach. We use modeling to demonstrate think aloud technique. We provide self-instruction training to help students develop positive self-talk. We employ cognitive restructuring to change maladaptive thought patterns, and second, group guidance and peer tutoring. Strategy sharing session where students discuss effective learning strategies, building collective efficacy by learning from peer models, utilizing the powerful force of social learning through group dynamics. Third, resource management intervention. Time management training using tools like priority metrics and study schedules. Environmental regulation to identify and minimize distraction. Resource optimization, teaching students to utilize technology and learning tools effectively. Beyond the developmental function, counselor provide three additional critical services. First, responsive services for students with specific learning problems. This includes diagnostic analysis of SRL needs, facilitating attribution change, focused individual counseling session, and second, individual planning services, which involve structured planning for academic goals, developing SRL portfolio, regular strategic consultation, goal setting, and action planning. Third, guidance curriculum, which encompasses classroom guidance using structure module on SRL component, curricular integration through collaboration with subject teachers, and authentic practice with application in real learning contexts. Here are some innovative solutions to address these challenges: technology utilization, time management and self-monitoring apps, e-learning platform for group guidance, digital portfolios for progress tracking, the infusion. Approach: teacher trainings to integrate SRL across all subjects, consultation with subject teachers, embed assessment in daily assignment. Peer counseling program, training achieving students as mentors, reducing counselor workload through delegation, and utilizing the powerful influence of peer modeling. Now, let me share some concrete evidence that these approaches actually work. Case study 1, Reality Group Counseling by Rasimin and Muhammad in 2021. Shows significant improvement in student SRL level. Focus on personal responsibility and action planning. Case study 2, Group Guidance with SRL Technique by Alamri in 2015. Demonstrated increased student learning autonomy, strengthened metacognitive engagement through peer discussion. Case Study 3, SRL-based individual counseling by Fauzia and colleagues in 2020. Achieve measurable improvement in learning outcome, students become better able to organize and mentor their learning, and the measurable results speak for themselves. Academic achievement improved up to 25%, enhance intrinsic motivation and self-efficacy, and development of genuine lifelong learning skill. Based on this evidence, I'd like to offer recommendation for best practice. For school, counselors, enhance your SRL competence through advanced training in theory and technique, master valid assessment tools, commit to continuous professional development, adopt evidence-based practice like solution-focused brief counseling and cognitive behavioral intervention for educational institutions. Provide systemic support by integrating SRL into your school vision and mission. Allocate adequate time and budget, foster cross-department collaboration, and implement outcome-based evaluation with pre-post intervention measurement and longitudinal tracking. Let me conclude with this powerful quote from Jean Piaget. The goal of education is not to increase the amount of knowledge, but to create the possibilities for a child to invent and discover to create men who are capable of doing new things. This perfectly captures what we are striving for. Self-regulated learning is not just about academic achievement. It is about preparing a generation capable of lifelong learning, adapting to change, and become agent of change in the future. Guidance and counseling has a strategic role as a transformation catalyst in creating independent learners who are ready to face global challenge. Thank you for your attention. Let's work together to build a learning ecosystem that empowers every individual to become an independent and successful learner. I welcome any question for our discussion. You can reach me at hanovianti87@up.edu, and I invite you to connect with the Department of Guidance and Counseling at Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.